Sofía, buena pregunta. ¿No aparecen las notas? ¿No aparece tu nota? La nota de cada uno en el quiz 1, en el reading. Porque a mí me aparecen todas automáticamente. Sofía. Bueno, sí. Ya. Voy a revisar eso porque deberían aparecer las notas. En una de esas, por temas de seguridad, no las sube UTest. Se las voy a compartir entonces. Después de la clase, en la tarde yo creo, porque tengo varias clases más pegaditas, se las comparto. La cosa es que si tuvieron 6 de 6 o 12 de 12 puntos, todos tienen un 7. Y de ahí va bajando la escala al 60%. ¿Ya? Yo pensaba que, tal como me aparecen a mí las notas, le aparecían a ustedes. Así que gracias por aclarármelo, porque no lo sabía. ¿A todos les aparece solamente el puntaje o les aparece la nota, chicos, chicas? Ok, perfecto. Entonces voy a traspasar los puntajes a nota con el Excel que hay ahí. Ya no hay ningún problema. ¿Algún otro comentario? Do you have any other comments about reading quiz 1? Well, I have a couple of comments about it. I think it was a good result for you, but I'm not happy with my quiz, my elaboration of the quiz. I think it was too short, and that has one or two problems, but the main problem is that when you have a quiz with a few questions, con poquitas preguntas, you run the risk of making one mistake and lowering your mark a lot. So that's not good. Con un solo error ya baja el tiro mucho su nota. So what I'm going to do is to enlarge quizzes number 2 and 3 more. So my idea is to have at least the double of points. In this occasion, we had 6 questions only, so my idea is to have at least, por lo menos, 12 questions in the next quiz. Tener por lo menos 12 preguntas, o si vale 2 puntos cada uno, 24 puntos. Para que no se jueguen con un solo error tanto puntaje, digamos, ¿ya? So, el tiempo que tomaron en hacerlo fue en promedio 20 minutos, por lo cual podemos alargarlo sin ningún problema, ¿ya? Para darles 40 o 50, inclusive una hora de tiempo para que lo hagan. So, básicamente eso. And I wasn't that precise in one or two questions. So that's also one thing I have to be more careful about. So all the questions have only one clear answer. Those are my reflections upon quiz number 1, and I expect to have a better situation in quiz number 2 for everybody, okay? And that's it. So there are few people this week after the pause, the quiz in week number 7. 12 people only, 11 because I don't have to consider myself. And in general, we have the double. Well, now more people are getting connected, so that's kind of maybe normal in the middle of the semester, I don't know. But fewer people are connected today. So what we're going to do today. Perfecto, Carla. So in week number 8, if you check the syllabus, dice listening practice and blog 3. So those are the 2 things we have to do this week, this class. Listening practice and blog 3. The listening practice, we are not going to do here for obvious reasons. You are going to do the listening practice individually after this class, as usual. I think it's more realistic, more productive, and you can do it when you want and at your rhythm. So one person maybe wants to listen to each activity 1 time, 2 times, and another person maybe wants to listen to the same activity 4 or 5 times. So it depends on your choices and your realities and um, your rhythm, basically, learning rhythm. So, and the other thing is block number 3. So I'm going to explain to you today also what you have to do regarding block number 3. But I want to do something else before. If you remember, we have been working with the topic of tools, tools of the trade and objects that you need in your profession and everything. But today we're going to start consolidating the same topic, expanding it a little bit, not only talking about tools, but objects and things that we use and we like in general terms. And we're going to do it with a speaking activity that I'm going to present to you, sorry, and then I will split the class in little groups as usual, so you can have the chance of speaking in those little groups furthermore. So let me show you the questions. Well, by the way, these speaking practice questions are in novedades o cursos. So these are the questions. Speaking practice, tools and things I like or I liked. There are 5 questions basically that you're going to utilize. 1, mention some veterinary medical tools and explain what they are used for. So as an example, maybe you remember one that is called, I can mention one that is called the X-ray machine, right? And that electronic medical tool is used basically to obtain images of the internal part of your body, of the organs of your body, lungs, blood vessels, skeleton, heart, etc. And well, that's the idea in this first number. You have to pick up different tools and with your partners talk about them in very simple terms. It is used to, or they are used to, blah blah blah. Number 2, you have to talk about electronic devices that you use and like. Aparatos electrónicos que usas y te gustan. As an example, and to explain, I can tell you that I use different electronic gadgets, devices, and basically all revolve around technology of computers and internet. So I have my cell phone, I have my laptop, my PC, the television set, the smart TV, all of them. Maybe my favorite is the mobile phone, the cell phone, because it's so practical. You can do so many things with it, and yeah, that basically. Number 3, what's my favorite thing? Explain. Well, I can anticipate that my favorite thing is related to block number 3, in which you will talk about it. And it's I love music, and I play music. I play the drums, and my favorite object is exactly that, my drum kit, mi batería. So my blog is about that. You're going to write a post this week about your favorite object. And my example, my favorite object is there in block number 3, my drum kit. So later in this Zoom session, we will check it out. Number 4, do you have any collections? Have you ever collected something? Collections, are objects we like. In my case, I've assembled a couple of collections. One of them is little bottles, botellitas de alcohol, little bottles of alcoholic drinks that I have, and I have collected throughout the years. They are so beautiful, and I have, I don't know, a number of 50 or 60 little bottles, and whenever I travel or whenever a friend travels, I tell him or her to buy a little souvenir bottle for me, so I can put it in my collection. That's one collection I have, and I have a lot of music, cassettes, and CDs, you know, from earlier times. Now that's another collection I have, which I really like. And five, what were your favorite things as a child? Well, as all children, I used to love toys, but I remember that when I was not a child, maybe a teenager, 11, 12, I loved my bicycle. It was a kind of cross bicycle that I used every day. And I used to have a lot of adventures, a lot of accidents with it, and I really remember it with love and affection. When I was smaller, I used to have toys, not electronic toys, you know, footballs and stuff like that that I really loved. I have a collection of little marbles, bolitas, ojitos, that I always remember. I had it in a kind of chest, un cofrecito. I don't know where it went, but I really miss that little chest of marbles and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, that is my example, right? I don't know if you have any questions. Now I'm going to split the class in groups of 2 or 3 people so you can use the questions and do the same. You're going to talk in English about these questions, about the things that you like. No questions before I split the class? You basically have to use the questions to speak in pairs as much as possible in English, okay? I'm going to give you, I don't know, 7, 8 minutes to do it, right? Right. Recuerden que estas preguntitas están en cursos novedades, ¿ya? Para que las vean y las practiquen. Ahora entonces divido la clase, ¿eh? Hola, papi chulo. ¿Cómo estás? Hi, Carla, Constanza.
Hi, teacher.
Can you use your microphones?
La Connie tiene malo el micrófono.
Oh, and how are you practicing?
Estábamos escribiendo, pero no sé.
You are writing. Constanza. Perdón, Carla. What question are you talking about?
Ahora íbamos a hablar de la 1, porque yo estoy del celu, entonces no me es igual difícil meterme a un curso y a Zoom. Entonces la Connie mandó las preguntas.
Okay, Carla, and can you tell me in English the answer for question number 1?
Ya.
What,
Voy a leer.
what medical tools do you remember?
Stethoscope.
Okay, and what is the use of the stethoscope?
For listen. No sé cómo se dice lo del... ¿cómo se llama esto? Lo de... ay, no sé cómo se dice lo del el corazón. Es que se me
Okay.
olvidó la palabra.
Listen to your heart. Listen to the heart, listen to the lungs, listen to the internal part of the body. Right, the organs. Good, Constanza. And you, Constanza, can you tell me one more medical tool? Can you give me the name of one more medical tool that you remember? No? And Carla, what about you? Can you mention one? Ecograph. Ecography, I think it's in English. Yes, and what is the use of the ecography? Also, yes, to see the organs of the body. So with the stethoscope, you listen to the body, the internal organs, and with the ecograph, you take a look, take images of that. Okay, thank you. See you soon. Hi, Celeste. Hi, Barbara. Can you use your microphones? Barbara, do you have a microphone? Boo. And you, Barbara? So you're not practicing orally. That's a big problem. And maybe in the future you can get a microphone for your for the English class. Can you get a microphone for the rest of the English classes in the future or not? Please, okay? It's important because when I give you time to practice in little groups, you have to do it orally. That is a way in which you can advance to speak in English, you know? Okay. And what question are you responding now? What number? Hello. What question are you responding now from the activities? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? ¿Y qué están haciendo? ¿Mm? Aló. Bueno, al menos cuando, si no tienen el micrófono esta clase, al menos cuando los divida en grupos, practiquen con su chat, por favor. ¿Ya? La idea, como les digo, es de aquí en adelante se consigan el micrófono. Yo no sabía que algunos de ustedes no estaban con el micrófono, así que eso. Ya, nos vemos.
Heart, lungs.
Hi Bernardina. Hi Paulina. How are you?
Hola.
Oh, estamos,
You practice?
estamos en la sala ya. Ah, no, breakout, seguimos acá. Hi.
Sí.
Hi. Hi. And what question are you talking about? What number?
First,
The first.
but we, no,
Es que fuimos desordenados.
yes. Yeah.
Fueron desordenadas.
Es la última, la dejamos para el final, de hecho.
Ah, yeah. So what medical tool can you remember, Bernardita?
We were talking about stethoscope.
Okay, stethoscopes. And what is the use of them?
Hearing the body, lungs, heart, and I don't know how to say the stomach.
Yeah, the abdomen. The abdomen, the
Abdomen,
heart.
abdomen. That's better.
Very good, very good. And you, Paulina, do you remember another medical tool?
Thermometer.
The thermometer.
Thermometer, yeah.
Thermometer, yes. And what is the use of a thermometer?
To, no sé, take the
Check.
temperature. Lo siento, mi pronunciación es muy mala.
Repeat after me. Temperature.
Temperature, yeah.
Yes, to check and to take the temperature of a person. That's right. Very good. And do you remember what is scalpel, for example? Bernardita?
Bisturí.
Yes, and what is the use of the scalpel?
Cut.
To cut,
To
yeah.
cut.
And when you are in medicine, to cut basically the skin, flesh, and fat of the patient, so you can alcanzar, so you can reach the internal part of the body, the organs, and maybe the bones. I don't know. All right, and thank you. I'm going to return to the class now. See you.
See you.
Okay, my friends, we're back. I was talking to some of you in the practice, and I realized I had the surprise that some of you are not using the microphones, and you are not practicing orally. And the idea is exactly to use your microphones, to get microphones, and to practice orally. So please, from here to the rest of the semester, when we have oral practice, you have to get microphones so you can practice and use your English. To speak is the only way in which you can improve your English. So that's very important, okay? Get microphones, and when I give you time to practice orally, use your microphones and speak, okay? No matter how slow or bad you think your English is, the idea is to improve your English by practicing. That's the only way, okay? I don't know if you have any questions about the oral practice that you had, or we can continue. No questions? No questions then. Okay, as I said before, in this class, the idea is to practice listenings, and now I'm going to show you the listening activities that you have to do during the week. All right? Let me show you those listening activities that you have to practice with this week, week number 8. All right, so here we have the first. I selected 4 listening activities that you have to use this week, and all of them are related to your career, or more precisely related to the animal world, animal-related listenings. So the first one is this one. It's called African Safari. Do you like African animals? So in this one, there are 2 people that are talking about that. You have the script, which you can check or not. Then you have some vocabulary and the quiz, the comprehension quiz, which is the most important activity. And here you have vocabulary challenge. So a lot of stuff. You can listen to the
Actually, when you went to Kenya, did you?
To the activity as many times as you want. You can check the script, you can check and do the vocabulary challenge, and of course, the quiz, right? The second is about zoos. It's very interesting because loads of people are against and loads of people are in favor of zoos. So here you have a conversation between Lindsay and Jake, and we have these 2 different opinions. You know, one person is in favor and the other is against. So you can listen to them, how they defend their point of view. And again, you have the script, vocabulary challenge. You can listen to a text as many times as you want. And of course, a comprehension quiz. Then we have listening number 3, which is about encroachment. Do you know the meaning of this word, encroachment? Something like invasion, invasión, entrometerse. So this is a nice listening in which we have this topic of the situation when animals and people crash and collide because they mix in the environments, especially when, for example, animals coming from the wild, from forests, to little towns near the mountains, get together and we have these conflicts, encroachment. So you have to listen, check the script, vocabulary, and of course the quiz, right? Encroachment. And then we have a more general quiz about animals. And again, you have a vocabulary challenge, script, and quiz. So 4 complete listening activities, animal related, and with loads of vocabulary, with loads of questions, and I hope they can be good practice for you, right? Listening practice activities. Do you have any questions about the listening practice activities you have to do this week? Or not? I hope everything is clear. Is it clear? Perfect. I'm going to upload all these activities in Material Docente immediately after this class is finished. Also, I'm going to upload the Zoom class in Enlaces, okay? So you can have all this material. And now I'm going to show you block number 3. Block number 3 is going to close up this topic we have been checking of objects and tools. So for block number 3, you are going to write about your favorite object in the life. As I said before, my favorite object in the life is my drum kit. And now I'm going to show you my blog post and maybe read my example, right? ¿Y dónde lo tengo acá? Aquí está. So this is my blog post number 3. I'm not going to read it for you. You are going to read it. And you can check my pictures here, drumming. I look very, very cool with my Dream Theater t-shirt. And here I have my Dream Theater cap, one of my favorite bands. And here you can see me with one of my bands. This band, I don't belong to this band anymore, but it was one of the bands I used to have before, a few years ago. So to be more precise, what you have to do is this. You have to write about your favorite object, your favorite thing, and you have to say exactly what it is, when you got it, how you use it, how often you use it, why you like that object, and what life would be like without it. ¿Cómo sería tu vida sin este elemento? You have to make comments on my post here, and as always, 3 comments on your partner's posts. The number of words is 180 minimum, approximately, and please include images. Real images like the ones I published or reference images, right? Eso es your favorite objects. I think it's a very nice post, very personal, and you can share your most beloved things to the rest of the class and to the teacher, right? So that is everything I had to do. I had to tell you, sorry, this week. Clear? Any questions? Do you have any questions, my friends? These are the deadlines. Monday, 10 p.m., the publishing of the post, perdonen mis errores, and Wednesday, 10 p.m., the 4 comments. Sofía, excelente, todo claro. Espero que al resto también le haya quedado claro. Me imagino que si no hacen las preguntas es que les quedó claro. Eso, muchas gracias. Siempre es apreciado su feedback. A pesar de que están en el medio de la semana, están todos medios perdidos. necesito feedback. Por favor, consíganse micrófonos. Ya, saquémosle el mejor provecho a estas clases. ¿Les parece? Esa es una tarea que les doy. Enteros, ya, bueno, Carla, enteros. Ya, no los molesto más. Hasta aquí dejo la clase. Espero que les haya quedado claro todo. Practiquen con los listenings. Hagan su blog. Cualquier consulta me la hacen. Y eso. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.